Billo here, good morning. That's my house in the background. Somewhere out here are my two dogs running around. Beautiful morning. Here to talk about, again, the law of attraction. The law of attraction seems to say that we can change the physical universe simply by what we believe. Well, is that true? Somewhat questionable from what we know about science, and yet science appears to show that maybe it's possible. For example, experiments with light appear to show that whether light shows up as a particle or as a wave depends on what measuring device the scientists use. So in other words, the scientists' conscious choice about what the universe should be like changes what the universe appears to be like. Well, I'm not a physicist, so maybe there's a different explanation. But what's really interesting is the experiments where they do something similar, measuring light from distant stars billions of years ago. Now, because this is billions of years ago, this means that if the conscious choice of the physicists today changes whether light is a particle or a wave, and yet this light has come from a star billions of years ago, maybe the scientists have changed not just the universe, but the past. And if we can change the past by what we decide, then causation breaks down. We no longer can say that when we do one thing, it causes another. This has some very strange implications because it does mean that possibly the law of attraction is true, and especially if you push this even farther, as some physicists do, and say the universe actually comes into existence and disappears constantly, every few fractions of a second. This is what some of the ancient Hindu philosophers said. And further, that maybe the universe only exists not just when a scientist chooses to measure something, but when we actually become conscious of it. In other words, there may not be a universe without consciousness. This has some very interesting implications about theology. But back to the law of attraction. Can we say that since what we decide consciously may actually create the universe, that what we decide consciously couldn't change the universe? So maybe the law of attraction works. Think about it, the end.